Yeah, I guess it's fair to say I've always wanted to change the world. As an African-American youth growing up in rural Georgia in the late 50s and 60s, the glaring in-your-face disparities between the haves and the have-nots was powerful incentive for me to wish the world could be changed. Absolutely everybody I interacted with on a daily basis was firmly planted in the have-not group with no apparent means of escape. Grinding poverty was an ever-present companion, and oftentimes so pervasive it seemed as if there simply was no other reality. When I was only 10, my mom died suddenly from stress-induced asthma. I knew even then that somehow poverty had played a part. With a child's heart, I prayed for the wisdom to change the world. Throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s, I thought, as did others, if I just learned enough through higher education, voted for and supported the right public officials, started enough businesses, protested and fought against injustices, if I just developed self-esteem and cultivated a positive attitude, projected pride in my bearing, be a help to others whenever I could, then maybe poverty could be sent scurrying and change could come to the world. But despite the seemingly Herculean efforts along those lines by myself and many others far greater than me, the change I sought seemed even more elusive. Neither myself nor hardly anyone I knew that started in poverty was yet able to escape its iron grip and enter the realms of success. As I grew even older and traveled about the country as a long-haul truck driver, my worldview continued to expand. I soon came to realize there were millions of people in this country and billions worldwide trapped in the very same oppressive poverty, who, despite doing all they know to do year after year, still fail miserably in their efforts to find the pathway to lasting success. I asked myself, could a loving and almighty God have produced for all of these years, with all of these generations, so many failures? Can achieving success really be that hard? There must be another explanation. Of this, I was certain. Finding it remained my life's mission. Years later, while in the depths of depression and amid financial woes and on the verge of giving up, all of a sudden, the answers I had long sought started to reveal themselves. I began to see things from a previously unknown perspective, one which led to a startling and profound revelation. I realized the true pathway to lasting success for poor people was poverty itself. You see, it's a universally accepted axiom that there is strength in numbers. In other words, all else being equal, a larger force can always overwhelm a smaller one, due simply to larger numbers. We are all familiar with this concept and know it to be true. Therefore, following the logic of this truth, poor people, who number well into the billions, are heirs to greater strength and overwhelming power as a group, due simply to larger numbers. Therefore, we, the poverty-stricken, are not the failures and poor, weakened masses the world would have us to believe. The poverty we embrace gathers, shapes, and connects us together through a profoundly powerful and deeply emotional shared experience. We become of like mind. We develop an unspoken empathetic understanding of each other, a unifying spiritual bond formed in the fires of mutual hardship and need. Thus, poverty bestows upon the poor a power and a strength beyond measure and quite nearly beyond belief. Poverty, thus stripped of its false negativity, stands revealed in the light as a divine power gifted by God for the gathering, connecting, and strengthening of a people. I slowly realized one only had to find a way to turn it from its perceived weakness and towards its all too real strength. Along with the dawning of that realization came a spiritually inspired method to accomplish it that is so easy, many will initially believe it is simply not possible. But it is possible. You just need to know the method. That method is detailed in the pages of a book so groundbreaking and profound, its divine principles of success can easily be absorbed without having to do anything at all. In fact, it is so in sync with divine principles, the success it guarantees can be attained without even having to read the book. Please allow me, with all humility, to introduce the book that has taken my entire life to write. How to Release and Use the Divine Power of Poverty Without So Much as Lifting a Single Finger. What it presents, quite simply, is my way to change the world.